like to know one thing. Now, how does it feel to wake up and just be able to have your dose of your favorite breakfast show? Tell us.
I bet it's going to be great for you guys out there. Hey, share with us. We will be looking out for your comments. In the meantime, I have to say this, the very top of the morning to all of you out there, we really do appreciate that you're out there watching.
Yes, now we can only hope you had an amazing night, but we will be doing our best to give you an excellent morning.
And of course, we'd like to think that, hey, when you step out of the house this morning to get your day going, you take us with you some way or the other. I don't know.
Yes, now our little nuggets of positive thinking is to remind you to smile through the pain, knowing that there is the proverbial pot of gold waiting for you at the end of the rainbow.
And of course, to get to that rainbow, you will have to put up with a little rain sometimes. So hey, just get ready. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I am Tokwe Olowoniyo. Now remember, you can stream this show live. Now via our website, tvcentertainment.tv, and on Facebook, we're also there at TVC Connect.
And of course, you can also download our app on any Android or iOS store for unrestricted access to our premium content that we have for you. And of course, connect with us on all our social media handles at TVC Connect.
Now in the kitchen, we have a brand new chef.
Yay.
Now she is ready to set things, and she's ready to dazzle us this morning. Hey, my ego, you both.
Hi. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah, so we have a chef who's making her debut on the show this morning. Pretty excited about her. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
There's
you.
something about when we had new chefs on the show, though. But hey, you watching, fingers crossed, to have something exciting for you.
Absolutely. By the way, I'd like to say one thing. I'm styled by Tokwe this morning. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm so glad that you allowed me to do the honors. Tell me. This is style by Tokwe. We're going to open a business page.
Yes, indeed.
I've not sent you my invoice,
I don't need it. Anyhow, like we do every single Thursday on the show, we showcase amazing creators from the art scenes. And this morning, we will be exhibiting the work of Tulape Oyiwale.
And then we move on to another form of art in appreciation of the shape of a book chat. We will be having with us Ambassador Zainab Aderinwale on her book, Be the Best You Can Be.
And of course, then we will be spotlighting Young Dada, I think that's how it's called, and his musical gift in a live performance of his song, Feelings. Ah, yes.
And next up, we have Bolaji Oguma, a Nollywood actress and film producer, who will be joining us for a chat later on in the show.
Ah, yes, what a lineup we have today.
Yeah.
And once again, blessed
artsy.
is he who is amongst beautiful women.
Ooh.
We'll always look forward to Thursdays. In any case, hey,
All
so we
right,
have so much today, don't we?
Yeah, Tokwe has had some really interesting house hunting experiences lately.
In fact, yesterday was another experience. So there's this house that's just beside my house I was trying to get. And I'm just like, instead of going so far, how about I just move to this next house? And then I find out that, so the agent was like, oh, you have the money, so I'm just going to talk to the landlord and I'll get them to reduce a few hundreds of thousands for you. And I'm like, fantastic, please talk to the landlord. And the next thing, she calls me back and says, oh, the landlord wants to know your name, your surname, where you live now, and what you do.
If you're married.
And I'm like, no, he didn't ever ask for that one. So I'm like, okay, my name is Tokwe Olowoniyo. I'm a broadcaster, TVC. And I'm like, that should make me, like, you know, make him see me like some big girl. And then she calls me back and says that the landlord is really stressful. Sometimes she's afraid to talk to him because he just goes wild and he goes angry. And I'm like, hey, this is where I want to move to.
That's a red flag.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, no worries. Like, no, don't stress it. Don't bother. Just keep me posted. But I'm checking other houses now. And then my security man tells me that the landlord asked if I was the person that wanted to move to the house. And then he's like, yeah, because he thought that was going to help me. Like, oh, now he knows me, I've been here. And he's just like, oh, no, he doesn't want me.
Why?
He doesn't just like me.
That's it.
Are you kidding?
Well,
and he's never met you, like,
nope.
Physically?
No.
You're lucky that you didn't move in and then some guy walks in at midnight and says, what are you doing
exactly.
in my house? Because that has happened to a friend of mine before.
Oh?
Yes. He was there ready, you moved in on a Saturday, and then on Monday nights, the guy walks in, I'm like, you're in my house. You know those houses when they tell you that the guy is moving out, so don't worry, his load is just on this side. Apparently they had moved all his stuff because they had problems with him. The guy didn't know he was away, and then he comes back home to what he thought was his house, only to meet a new tenant. And I'm like, and then he says that the guy also had a lady friend with him. So they all bunked together.
I'm done. I mean, the final house I settled for, that was telling MM that, oh, I've gotten a house. I was ready to pay, and the landlord says, he thinks he wants to review the rent. It's too cheap. And this is over =1 million naira, just so you know.
Tell you something.
So, landlords, nah, bruh.
If you're out there and you have these experiences, would like to hear your experience. In fact, we have already put this up on our social media page. We need you guys to get up on there and leave your experience. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We're going to be talking about that when we get to the social media segment, okay? In any case, let's do the weather. Let's do some news.
Before we do the weather, just look at Mazino.
Oh my
I
goodness.
did style testing. Please give close up. Look at my styling creation. Okay, let's do the weather.
Oh my word. Welcome first off the Wake Up Nigeria, and of course we will start with the news. Now the Lagos state government has announced again plans to shut down the 3rd mainland bridge from midnight Friday to midnight on Saturday this weekend. According to a statement by the State Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladeyinde, the total closure of the bridge is to enable the contractors move all the heavy equipment used during the rehabilitation process and allow the full reopening of the Oroshoki and Adeniji-bound lanes to traffic. Dr. Oladeyinde also advised motorists coming from Ogudu, Alakpere and Gbagada to use the Ikorodu Road, Jibo and Yaba as alternative routes, while Iyana Oroshoki-bound traffic from Lagos Island, Ido, Oyingbo, Adekunle and Yaba are enjoined to use Herbert Macaulay Way, Ijibo and Ikorodu Road as an alternative route during the period. And the security situation in the country is getting worse, with reports of killings becoming a daily affair. In the last 48 hours, 18 persons were killed in Kaduna State. Others are receiving treatment at various hospitals, while a yet-to-be-verified number of people have been abducted. The attack by bandits in Agabi and Chikun local government areas in the last 48 hours also saw many houses and barns being razed, while about 20 cows were rustled. The Kaduna State government says, but for operations by air platforms and ground troops, things would have been even worse. Governor Nasir El-Rufai condemned the attacks and also prayed for the repose of lives lost and the speedy recovery of those injured. And in Katsina State, bandits have also killed 18 persons in some villages in Kofi local government area of the state. Now, the bandits attacked the district in the late hours of Tuesday, shooting sporadically and setting houses ablaze. Although no official statement has been issued by the police or the state government, eyewitness accounts indicate almost all of the bandits escaped unhurt after operating for many hours. Majority of those killed in the encounter were the youth who attempted to repel the attack by the bandits. The villages attacked include Chikawa, Damawa, Fandogari, and Suda. Now, investigations still are ongoing to determine what prompted the attack. Meanwhile, the police in Abia State says it has killed 4 attackers, arrested 8 persons, and recovered arms and ammunition from hoodlums who carried out an unprovoked attack on Abai police station, Aba Osisiomagwa local government area of Abia State in the early hours of Tuesday. In a statement by police force public relations officer Frank Mba, the hoodlums, about 200 persons armed with AK-47 rifles and machetes, invaded the station and set part of it ablaze with the aid of petrol bombs and other explosives. As a result of the attack, 2 officers and Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP Vincent Gonze and Sergeant Emmanuel Okoronkwo lost their lives. According to the statement, the Inspector General of Police commiserated with the families of the slain officers and warned that dire consequences await any person or group of persons who engage in an unwarranted attack on any public property. For this reason, the police chief has directed all command CPSs to employ all legally permissible measures to protect lives and property. Ghana has become the first country to receive coronavirus vaccines through the COVAX vaccine sharing initiative. This follows the delivery of 600,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine, which arrived in the capital city Accra yesterday. The COVAX scheme aims to reduce the divide between rich countries and also poorer nations unable to buy doses. The program is planning to deliver about 2 billion vaccine doses globally by the end of the year. Ghana, which has a population of over 30 million, was chosen as the first recipient of the free vaccines after promising quick distribution. Vaccinations are expected to start in Ghana next week, with the first recipients due to be healthcare workers. Those above the age of 60, people with underlying health conditions, and senior officials will also be prioritized. The doses being sent to lower-income countries such as Ghana are funded by donations, as well as procuring and delivering the vaccines. COVAX partners are supporting local authorities in areas such as training people to administer the jabs and helping provide an adequate cold chain storage and delivery system. And you're welcome to the paper segment here for a Thursday here on Wake Up Nigeria. It is February 25th, 2021. We're that much closer to payday. But let's start with telling you what the headlines are on our dailies this morning. We're going to start from the Punch newspaper, and not a very, very pleasant story this. We start with this one here. Will starve schoolboys to death, say Niger abductors. You can find this on page 2 of the Punch. If any one of them dies, I will tell you where to pick up the corpse, say kidnapper. And bandits rejects 2.7 million naira ransom, demand Niger vigilantes disbandment. At the top of the Punch newspaper, government agencies fail to remit 1 trillion naira, say FRC, and Nigeria loses 151.78 billion naira crude oil monthly, says NNPC. Bawa defends graft allegation, gets Senate confirmation as EFCC chair. I'm afraid Malami won't let Bawa succeed, says Sage. At the bottom or middle of the page, we find the photo story here, and this is of the Ogun State governor taking his second oath of office. Akeredolu takes second-term oath, insists on state police, however. And lastly, on the Punch newspaper, NDLEA arrests 90, seizes 414-kilogram drugs in Lagos raid. Now let's move on quickly to our next paper, and that is The Nation. On the front page of The Nation, big headline here, more killings by bandits Boko Haram in 2 states. At the top, EFCC to probe unexplained assets, says Bawa, Senate clears nominee. That on page 2. Minister, we don't know when vaccine will arrive as Ghana gets 600,000 doses. We covered that inside the news just this morning. And container load of tramadol intercepted at Apapa port. Gunmen kill 5 policemen in Anambra State attack. Once again, photo story shows Akeredolu taking his oath of office yesterday. With him holding the Bible is his wife, Betty. And we move on now to our next daily for this morning. And of course, that is the Guardian newspaper for a Thursday. Big headline here, oil subsidy, minimum wage in focus as governors meet. Marketers worried as crude oil nears $70. Labour insists decisions must reflect interests of Nigerians. At the top of the Guardian, some more headlines. Underfunding may kill education in Nigeria, Babalola warns, and PFN demands fairness, justice in federal appointments. That on page 4. Weak licensing process in oil sector encouraging illicit financial flows, and terrorists kill 18, torch houses, rustle 20 cows in Kaduna. Lastly, at the bottom, indeed, we have covered all the headlines on the front page of the Guardian. So let's move on now to the Nigerian Tribune. And right off the bat, once again, that story of the bandits in Kaduna State as they kill 18. 10 die in Borno Boko Haram bombing, many abducted in 3 Kaduna LGs. 47 injured, hospitalized in Maiduguri, negotiating with bandits, not the best, says Abdusalami. Find that on page 4 and 5. And at the top of the Tribune this morning, COVID-19, Nigeria not sure of delivery date of vaccine, Health Minister says. Ghana receives world first doses of COVAX vaccine. United Capital records double-digit growth with profit rising by 61%. That is for business. And Bawa denies allegation of sale of seized assets, gets Senate confirmation as EFCC boss. And finally, reps task INEC to restore 8 state constituencies in Oyo. That's the final headline we can take for that paper. And our last paper for this morning is the Vanguard newspaper. And on the front page of the Vanguard, way out of Nigeria's security problems, IBB, Abdusalami Oyenikan, and others say. You might want to read that on page 5 of the Vanguard. To the left, victims of NAF plane crash for burial at National Military Cemetery today. And United Capital's profit up by 61% to 7.95 billion. Senate confirms Bawa as EFCC chairman, just as we have read from all other dailies this morning. And that's as much as we can take for the dailies this morning. Hope you got something that you find interesting and might want to pick up a copy of these and read. Do make sure that you copy us into all of your comments on social media so we can find them and perhaps even make a response to them. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Now, let's do a little fact finding, and when we come back, hey, we get to talk about something very interesting inside of Coffee Gist. Oh, welcome back, Wake Up Nigeria here, back on the couch. So, very interesting thing has been happening on social media lately, and I want to go back a couple of weeks when I told you and Mike that I have finally decided to get a tattoo.
I remember.
And I wanted it to be an ornate lizard climbing up the side of my chest. However, on social media, and I'm sure that you guys have noticed, there's been plenty of talk about tattoos, with people tattooing names of their celebrities or their celebrity role models on their bodies. There was the Bobrisky one, if you remember. There was also Katrina. Very interesting story is that the Katrina lady, the lady who tattooed Katrina on her thigh, actually attempted suicide yesterday. Yes. Now, she did this because she had come under so much flack on social media. People had been abusing her. She complained about being bullied and all of that. And she attempted to take her own life. Katrina herself also responded after she saw that tattoo and said, "Why would you do this?" She said, "It's stupid." So, plenty of talk. The Bobrisky lady has been disowned by her family. She says Bobrisky didn't even send her. I didn't send this other lady. Wow. So that's what's been happening. Where is the boundary when it comes to fandom and what you want to do to express your appreciation or love for that person who you find very interesting? For instance, would you like it if anybody tattooed your face on their back?
No, please don't. I was going to say the Bible. Really, the Bible does say we shouldn't. But apart from that, I think it's really extreme. Like, I guess you can really love a TV personality to that level, but I really think, no now. I mean, maybe your partner or your kid, but not somebody that there's no relationship, no personal relationship with the person. And I'll see the repercussion.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate it, and it's a lot of pain, I'm told.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to say Katrina did not handle that situation.
She didn't.
She didn't. I feel that there could have been a better way to handle it. I mean, you can't tell people how and what to do. So yes, this babe admires you. She loves you. You are her idol. And then she goes to that extreme. The least you can do is appreciate it, and I feel like just appreciate it. That's the least you can do, basically. Not, go after her, because that just made the issues worse. It's people will come after you. You will definitely get a backlash. You will definitely say you're stupid. Like, what are you doing? And then she just poured a whole lot of diesel to the fire.
Diesel and oil and put some plastic bottles to melt.
Another angle is just people go through a lot of pain and a lot of hurts and a lot of trauma. And what if that was her way of, relieving herself, releasing whatever pain or whatever she's going through? Yeah. And then this whole situation just made it worse. Yeah. So I feel that.
But there are two ways you can look at that.
Let's think about
what you're saying is valid about Katrina and how she handled it or didn't handle it correctly. Yeah. But then again, Katrina herself also has a right to assembly. If she wants to associate with such a thing, she can. If she wants to dissociate herself, she can as well. It's also her right. Yeah. If she feels that it's so and so, maybe the words were strong.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
That's what I'm saying. It's the word she used. You're stupid.
Words,
Stupid it's a big word, and you don't know what that girl could have been going through at that particular time.
And I think for being a personality, a TV personality, or a brand, you should expect that, and you should be equipped to handle things.
Those kind of things, exactly.
Even if you don't like it, does not mean you should put it in the person's face that you don't. Just appreciate it and move on.
Yeah, that's why people actually go the extra mile to invest in PR services, because they actually help you. They guide you on how to handle issues like this.
But the culture of tattooing itself, is it alien to us? I like to disagree, because I know I've seen some grandmothers from, especially Yoruba grandmothers. They have these tattoos on. They're very beautiful and everything. But the association nowadays is that if you have a tattoo,
you're a bad person.
You're a bad person.
You're a fraudster.
You're a fraudster.
If you're even a female and you have a tattoo, and your mother-in-law or your prospective mother-in-law.
No, don't marry her.
Yeah, no way. Marry my son.
But you're okay with
I
tattoos?
love tattoos.
Do you have
I
one?
would love to get a tattoo.
Love to get
it's
one.
just that my husband is not a fan.
Who, Mike?
Why? Not Mike Mexicano, guys.
No, Mike. No,
don't get it
Just
twisted.
so you know, please. Not Mike Mexicano. Yeah, but he's not a
So I like to see it on guys, most especially those that have it on their arm, and most especially those that build.
Yeah.
So when you just see it, it just comes out of the shirt. Ooh, la la.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get one of those because my biceps I'm spaghetti arms.
I really don't care about it.
Whatever. In any case, let's do a break, okay? We'll be right back for Wake Up Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the kitchen, people, and guess who I have with me? We already announced, but still, we have a first-time chef, Chef Kende. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank
Are
you.
you nervous?
Not really, no.
Good.
No.
Okay, so today, what are we preparing?
I'm making seafood pasta.
Seafood pasta. Okay, and before we came on air, you already started doing a few things. So let's quickly run through what you already started with. So what do we have there?
Just the crabs.
The crabs. Okay, so
Yeah.
how do you start to prepare that? Because I honestly don't know how to prepare crabs.
You just wash them and
Okay.
boil them with seasoning. That's
Seasoning. That's all. Okay. And then what do we have here?
all. Water for my
Water
pasta.
and oil.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's for the pasta. Any particular type of pasta? Like, is it the vermicellis?
No,
or
just
the thin
normal.
ones? Or just normal
No, the
pasta?
thin, yeah.
The
The thin
pasta.
spaghetti.
The thin spaghetti, okay. And then here we have garlic and onions. Is
ginger.
that
Yes, garlic, onion, and
onion, ginger? Okay, and then we have
prawns.
prawns. We have spring onions, green, red bell peppers, carrots, sweet corn. This is salt.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is oyster sauce, brownie. Why do we have? I haven't seen brownie in a while. It's just
Because I just like to give it this particular color.
color, and then
Yeah.
dark soy sauce doesn't do it for you.
It does actually, but because of the salt, I like to
Okay,
minimize it.
so you
But sometimes I use dark sauce.
dark soy sauce as well. Okay, and then olive oil. So are you them fit fam kind of chefs?
Yeah.
Are you this type? Okay. So what are we going? What are we putting in next on fire?
The pasta.
The pasta. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Okay.
So while you're, when you're not here, what do you do?
When I'm not here,
Yeah.
I cook. I'm a full-time chef, so.
Full-time chef. Do you have a restaurant?
No, I don't. I work from home.
From home. Okay, okay. So what are your daily routines like in terms of orders?
Wake up in the morning, make my food. I make sure I make everything I do before 12.
Before 12.
So like after 12, I have time to do whatever I want to do.
Okay. So now, how are orders like? How long rather have you been in this business?
Well, let me see. 2 years now.
2 years. So
Yeah.
how was the beginning like? Because I know that's like the rocky phase.
Okay, so I was in school, like, I finished school 2018.
Okay.
So there was one time I cooked something in school. I took it to school, and my friends were like, oh, this is really nice. You should start cooking. You should start selling food. And I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. But then later when I finished school, then I went to Reddish.
Okay.
I just went to Reddish to just learn 1 or 2. And after that, I just started cooking. And
Okay.
people, my friends started ordering. And
Yeah.
from there, I started getting gigs from Stanbic Bank,
Oh,
from different places,
places.
Zenith
Okay.
banks.
Now, but still for people who are still for people who just joined us and want to have the ingredients for what we're preparing today, let's just quickly run through the menu on your screen. Grab your pen and your paper and scribble them down. We have oil salt crab, carrot prawn spaghetti, sesame oil, spring onions, brownie, red bell pepper, dark soy sauce as an alternative, seasoning cubes, green bell peppers. Okay, so that's that for our seafood stir-fry pasta. Yeah, okay, so we're going to continue with, or we're going to let this continue, but you know that today is still Artsy Thursday, and Mazino has an artist who they're going to be talking about his work. Mazino is all yours.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to mention how distracting you are today. In a good way, by the way, but I don't know whether to pay attention to the food, the chef, or you, but hey, I hope the viewers are not having the same problem as I am. But in any case, welcome in for art display, and today we have a very, very exciting person here. Like we do every Thursday on the show, we showcase amazing creatives from the art scene, and this morning we will be exhibiting the work of Tolulope Oyewale. Now, Tolulope, you are welcome on Wake Up Nigeria. I'm excited to have you here. I cannot believe that what we're looking at was actually handmade, drawn by you, and not with pencil or paint or anything, but with something as indelible as pens, biro. Tell us about your art now, please.
Yeah, I've been drawing since I was a kid.
Okay.
I had the talent of drawing. But what pushed me into art was that I was an intern, so I was bored. So I saw some artworks online. I joined a Facebook group, so I saw some artworks that some guys were posting. They were doing pencils and pen. I was like, then I was inspired that, well, I should be able to try something like this. So I started practicing days and nights. Like, I had sleepless nights. Like, when I was in classes, I would be like scribbling, shading. I was like, I'm going to get this stuff. So now I'm still like, till I got to this time, sure. But I'm still learning.
Now, first off, you are a hyper-realist. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That means the detail that you put into your artwork are so minute, and it's numerous. Now, first off, we have some of these very interesting artwork here. This is a very familiar face, by the way. I want you to tell us who this is.
Yeah, this is Andrew Arnold.
Andrew Arnold, who, of course, is here. He works here with us, and he's the boss, the main boss, of course. And I am very, very surprised at how defined this artwork is. When you put it down on the chair, I'm like, I know that person. It was like a picture. I'm like, but am I sure it was him until you actually confirmed that it was Andrew? And this took how long for you to put together?
It took like 4 days. But
4 days.
Like each day I would spend like 6 hours on it.
Wow,
so,
that is incredible. But like, you weren't a hyper-realist from before, but you could draw.
Yeah, I could
So
draw.
you had to start practicing to get to this stage.
Yes.
And that took how long?
Well, I started drawing ending of 2017, so like it's almost 4 years now.
4 years you've been doing hyperrealism.
Yeah.
That's a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And guys, it is not a picture. It is actually a drawing, as you can see there. But you even captured the light from wherever it was. It's just so amazing that you could capture all of that detail inside of a drawing like so. Now, there is also one that you're very excited about, and he wants me to talk about this one so badly. Now, this is one of Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
It's a different kind because it has the perspective is very different from what I noticed.
Yes.
His hand shows more than the foreground of which is actually him. Now, you draw from pictures or you just draw from your mind?
I can't draw from my mind. Hyperrealism, you can't draw hyperrealistic drawings from your mind.
Okay.
You have to get a well-detailed picture for you to be able to draw it.
Okay.
A very like detailed and sharp picture for you to be able to draw it.
Okay.
Yes.
But do you make money from this?
I do commissions, so that's where I get my money from for now.
Commissions.
Yeah.
So let's say, now this is a cheetah, tiger, what is this, leopard? I don't know.
Actually, I don't know.
You know
Well, I saw the picture on the internet and I liked it, and I was like, let me practice with it.
Let me guess. I'm gonna say that might be a cheetah. First off, I'm looking for the lines at the nozzle. But now, if you were going to sell this, how much would you sell it for?
Well, it's going to be cheap, but I can't say the price.
You can't say the price.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say it in dollars.
Yeah, in dollars.
In dollars, that would be what?
Yeah, in dollars, we're like $200.
Oh shit, money has arrived. But you've been making money from your drawings.
Yeah, mostly commissions.
Mostly commissions.
Yes.
Okay, and would this be a lifelong thing? Is this something that you intend to go into, full, without looking back and saying, hey, I don't want to do any other thing. I want to focus on hyperrealism.
Yes.
This is what you've decided?
Yes. I have bigger plans, actually.
Bigger plans. Do you want to share?
Yeah, I actually plan to go on exhibitions, do more hyperrealistic drawings, bigger sizes, and I want my art to pass messages across.
Okay. Is there a community in Lagos of hyperrealists?
Yeah, there are communities, actually.
Okay.
I mean, group chats and some other stuff online, so, yeah.
And you must have a mentor.
Yeah, my mentors, I have, like, not just one mentor, but I have, like, people who inspire me.
Okay.
Yeah, people like Mustafa Kude. He's also a ballpoint pen artist. Like, his drawings are... And
ballpoint pen?
Yeah.
So you don't start with anything else, you just start with a biro already?
Yeah, it depends on the drawing. If it is too complex, if the proportions are too complex, I might actually trace it with a pencil first. I might trace with a pencil, but if it's not too complex, I'll just start with the biro straight away.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Now we have one of your girlfriend, I'm thinking. It's not your girlfriend, is it? The lady there?
Oh, this is my sister.
That's one of your sister.
Yeah.
What inspires your art?
This one.
Yes, all of them.
Yeah.
You want to let's
yeah, this one actually, like my sister was like, when would you draw me? When would you draw me? When would you draw me? And I was like, okay. She disturbed me for years, actually. Because so when I finally got the time, that was during the lockdown. So I was like, I'll send you a picture. I actually took the picture, actually. So I took a picture on her phone, and she sent it, and I drew it. I think within a week I was done, and I showed it to her. She liked it.
An entire week.
Yeah.
Okay, well, very interesting. Well, I'm sure that you're going to put up an exhibition. I was going to ask whether you title these pictures at all, or whether they're just random names or anything.
Yeah.
But what, like, for instance, it's your sister, but you just call it her name, or you have a special title
her name,
for
Titi.
Titi.
That's all, yeah.
So that's Titi.
Yeah, this is my dad.
That is your father. I was wondering when we're going to get round to that one.
Yeah.
Now, that's your dad. That's Andrew, we know. Yeah. What is this called?
Let's say cheetah.
Okay, let me help you get... Let's give it a name now.
Okay.
I think it's a cheetah. But there's also another one which I was very excited about. This is... it's not in full view, but it's just behind me there. Yes. And I am very, very amazed at it because from far it looks like a picture. Yes. I'm sure anybody who's at home would think that that was actually part of our set, but it actually isn't. That is one of his work. I'm sure it's a kitten or a cat.
Yeah, it's a cat.
And it's so unique because you also add a bit of perspective in your picture. Some things are in focus, other things are not in focus. And how do you get the light to actually seem or look so real? The light reflecting off of the iris or the eyeball there. What do you do? I don't get it.
Yeah, the main thing about hyperrealism is that you should pay attention to the littlest details. Yeah, most people just tend, when they are drawing, they just tend to like skip some details. But you don't know that those details are what brings the image together. So like each lines, each strands, the shadow, the depth, and the lighting, you have to like put it together for the drawing to be hyperrealistic.
For the whites in the drawings, in all of the drawings, especially the ones that are in color, how do you get that white? Is that a white pen or is just parts of paper that aren't shaded?
Yeah, some of them, the parts are not shaded. Like I would gently, it's where I did, but there are some parts that I had to use a white pen, a gel pen.
Oh, so there is a white pen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's scarce, actually.
This is very, very interesting. Now, we've got this one here on the floor, which we're actually showing right now. What is this exactly?
It's actually upside down, yeah.
Okay,
it's upside down.
I think I have it upside down, so I'm going to attempt to put it the right way up. Maybe that's why I couldn't tell exactly what it was. So what is that exactly? So,
like, I was an intern in TVC some years back. That was in 2019.
It's the reason why you draw Andrew, I see.
Yeah.
It's okay, no problem.
So this drawing, during the lockdown, during the EndSARS protest, I saw a video of TVC. They were burning the main building. I was like, wow, okay. Like, I thought it was actually not really a big something because I just thought it was just getting burned. So I was here some weeks ago, and I saw, like, I went to the building. I saw the rings and everything. I was like, damn, like, this is intense. So I didn't know it was like this terrible.
Okay.
So like, let me do an art on this stuff because there was a connection I had with TVC when I was an intern.
Talking about that connection, that for all of us here, just realizing what it is a very emotional picture.
Yes.
Because looking at that and the work of hyperrealism there that you've got, I can tell exactly what part of the building that is. Yes. I can tell, I can pick out our old garden, I can pick out the roofs in tatters now, I can pick out the window panes that are broken and everything. That's amazing, man. That is, now we just got really emotional. And I'm sure that that's the effect that you have on people when they see your artwork. Yes. And that is what you're going for, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow, amazing, man, to look where. I wish I could take one of these home with me, but I don't have $200. But in any case, I would look forward to actually seeing more of your work. If I could have them hanging in my living room, I would love to have one or two of them.
Should be nice.
Congratulations on your art and the focus that you're getting from people, and I encourage that you continue to do more. Yes. Thank you very much for being with us here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll look out for you. Yeah. All right, let's do a break now. And hey, if you like any of these, just let us know. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Welcome back to the kitchen, people. So Chef Kehinde has been doing a lot of good stuff. So now you're stir frying the crab. So just quickly run us through what we have here for people who are just joining.
Okay, so we have green bell pepper, red bell pepper. We have carrots, sweet corn, crabs, and prawns.
Yeah, so how did we get here? So I remember we were boiling the crabs.
Yeah.
And then you put the olive oil.
Yes.
And
no,
then
the olive oil and the pasta.
And the pasta.
So the pasta is done.
Yeah.
I set that aside. So now I am frying my, I put my oil first.
Yeah.
then my crabs and prawns together.
Okay, together.
Then my bell peppers.
Okay.
And I put the brownie, a little bit of brownie.
Okay,
Yeah,
so just a little bit of it.
Yes, then
so any
salt.
Salt, okay. I was going to say
seasoning.
seasoning, yeah. So are you pro cooking with salt and seasoning? You know some chefs like to go with just herbs and spices. Some like salt and seasoning cube. What's yours?
Well, I do
depends.
everything because I don't know what my I cannot just cook because of this is what I like or this is what I don't like. I have to go with my customers.
Okay. So what has been the weirdest order that you've had to create?
Let me think.
Or rather, a meal that you had to prepare that you've never prepared before?
I don't think.
Also, you have a menu. Is that what it is?
Yes, I do.
Also, you put like a daily menu, and people just.
So apart from cooking too, I also bake.
Oh.
I make pastries.
Pastries. Oh,
so
okay.
I do that too. So I have a menu. I have a page actually on Instagram. So you just order up.
Okay.
And then I'll deliver it to you.
Okay, so speaking about menu, let's see the menu for what we are preparing today. Let's see the ingredients for what we're preparing this morning. For your seafood stir-fried fried pasta, if you want to prepare it at home, this is what you're going to be needing. Oil, salt, crab, carrots, prawns, spaghetti, sesame oil, spring onions, dark soy sauce, or if you have brownie at home, that can be an alternative. Red bell pepper, seasoning cube, green bell pepper. So that's pretty much what you're going to be needing. But now, for someone who's like a seafood lover, like myself, if I want to recreate this at home, I can also add calamari.
Yes, calamari, any seafood.
Any seafood, yeah. So now, for someone who wants to order this, how much would this cost?
Oh, it goes for 3.5.
Oh,
but it comes with turkey and plantain.
For 3.5, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Turkey and plantain, okay, for 1 serving. Are you also for the you have to order before 12 noon?
Yes.
When I see people put those things on social media, I'm always angry. What if my appetite came at 12:01?
Well, sometimes I have extra, so.
Okay.
If I have extra,
this is coming out real nice. I love the look of it. Oh. Can you guys see what I'm seeing at home? Hit us up with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let me know what you think about this meal and if you're going to recreate. I keep telling you to recreate and share with me, but you guys are recreating in private. You're not sharing with me, but me, I'm sharing recipes with you in public. That's not fair. That's not fair. Still, for those who are joining and want to get the ingredients down, in case you missed any, it's back on your screen. Oil, salt, crab, carrots, prawns, spaghetti, sesame oil, olive oil, spring onions, dark soy sauce, red bell pepper, seasoning cubes, green bell pepper, or brownie as an alternative for dark soy sauce. Now we can see you put the brownie again, yeah? And it just gives the color. Okay, I love what I am seeing here. So definitely we're still here in the kitchen and there's still so much more happening. But now we're going to the streets of social media. Mazino has us on lock with that one. Mazino.
Yes, indeed, I do. And if only this was Smell-O-Vision, you guys would actually have the pleasure of smelling what it is we're smelling on set here. But hey, let's do social media now. And we had something up on social media all since yesterday evening, and we talked about it this morning inside of our intro. We're talking house hunting. And of course, for many people, the season for house hunting is now. Might not be the right season. I'll give you a couple of tips on why I think so. But we asked this on social media. House hunting is one of the most disturbing experiences Lagosians go through. Please share with us the highlights of your journey to getting a house, the heartbreaks, the scams, the outrageous agency fees, and all of that. And we have a couple of your comments. I'm going to go right to the last one and let you guys know what I think about this. MM is also here with me, so we're going to be talking about that one together. Thank you for joining, MM. Now, David Odafe Abiola, he says, a lot to talk about looking for accommodation as a single young guy at 27. I was searching for a mini flat. They refused taking me because I was married. Now, this I find very confusing, and I hate to say this because I thought it was the other way around. I didn't know about young men, you know, getting that kind of a treatment. Whether it's a young man or a young woman, it is unfair. I don't know what you think about it, MM.
I've heard about this a lot, especially with single ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so unfair. and it's wickedness as far as I'm concerned. Like, you don't expect people to be, what, you want them to be living under the bridge? Come on now, guys.
What exactly is the reason why they actually, you know, don't want to let your single
Well,
young
because
lady?
of their personalities. They are not sure of their personalities. They are not sure of who they are. Like, so they're trying to curb, you know, some vices.
Ugh,
you know, by they feel that, you know, they feel that, well, if you're
Young women
married,
would
you'll be more responsible. So
you would think. But hey, Damilola Adebayo, I'm going backwards now. At Dahim 15 says, this one, if I start to talk, 60 leaves won't be enough. I understand. Yeah, that came to my mind as well. And Owola BK in the case says, unfortunate and unavoidable evil. The most killing of the is the agreement and commission house rent. Parley with letting house for 3-4 parties. Applaud Lagos State for the opening LCHE, that's the Lagos State Housing Scheme, I think. Heal our land. Now, yes, this is actually the biggest deal for me. Those agency fees. What exactly are they for? Please help, because I don't know. You have to pay a certain amount before they even take you there.
I'm telling you.
I don't get it. I can stumble on the house anytime. So why am I don't, what's going on here? I don't know. Let's see now. Joshua says, looking for a house in Lagos is as daunting as it is tiring. From agents who want to fleece you to landlords who discriminate based on tribe to houses with outstanding energy bills. The list is endless. This is Tokwe's story. Tokwe, this is your story. We know that you've been through this even as recently as yesterday. Want to tell us a bit more?
So yeah, those agency fees are ridiculous. I remember the first time I went to look, I was the one that was driving. Like, I took the agent in the car. And then we finished for the day, and then I'm like, all right, so I'll be hoping to get more pictures from you. And he's like, yes, now, so money for today.
Eh?
And I'm like, money for what? Like, what did you do? And then he's like, for today now. I'm like, you didn't drive? You didn't do anything. And do you know he said he wants money for airtime, for calling me. He required I pay him 5,000 naira. But of course, you know me now. Nah, ain't gonna work. We are gonna fight.
Did you get the house at the end of the day?
But you know the house I'm still looking for.
Okay, one or two more before we go, MM. You're gonna like this one. As in big time, agents with 2K first before we take you to the house. Maybe you will, maybe you like it or not. They are less concerned. Please try and come to Ogba around the NID. Getting house there is war. So you have to. It's like a little gamble. You like it though, pay us the 2K. You don't like it though, pay us the 2K. In fact, some of them will take you. And don't get two agents. I don't know if you agree with me, MM.
No.
Don't get two agents because they will take you to the same house. You are paying that 2K or however much it is to go see it, whether you like it or not. Your money is gone.
Yeah, but to be fair, you should pay for their service charge.
Wow.
Because I mean, it's their hustle at the end of the day. If you look at it critically, it's part of their hustle. These agents too need to make some money.
Wow.
So if I am going to take you on a house tour, I feel that you should compensate me a little.
Okay, well, it depends how you see it. I don't know. I have my own reservations, but it's all good. Hey, if you still have these stories, do share with us. We're still taking your comments. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We want to know how terrible it's been. By the way, my tip on searching for a house, this is not the time. Wait till the rainy season because trust me, those roofs, they don't work.
And bad drainage system.
Drainage system. Wait till it starts to rain before you go searching for a place is what I'll tell you, okay? Let's do a break now. Thanks for joining us. Do stay tuned. All right, okay?
That's not me. Yes, we are.
I know I looked horrible, but she made me do it.
I got it the first time. It was Mazino's bad energy that rubbed off
Bad
me.
energy.
But we are back again. Welcome to it. It's still your feel-good breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. This is the part where I bring in my own positive attitude nugget and also tell you to step into the day with a jingle in your step, laugh out loud, and make people wonder if you have any worries at all, because maybe you don't.
Oh, good problem. I know they finished. Forget.
House rent, house fee, agency, all of that.
Yeah, now you don't know whose day you will be brightening with something as seemingly insignificant as these things.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. It's good vibes all the way here. And with Topper, of course, there can never be a dull moment. And MM in the kitchen looking all glam and everything. Our amazing Chef Mo.
Yes,
How are you guys doing in there?
Still here. And breakfast is ready. It's about to be served. I can't wait. I mean, look at this, Mom. Look at this pot of delicious goodness.
Ooh.
Wow. Ah! Chef Mo. Chop.
Oh wow, now that looks really exciting. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Now I assure you things are about to pick up even more. Just 45 minutes left and we have just enough stuff left to cover that time. So if you are just tuning in, then be prepared for your morning to catch up.
Yes, indeed. Do make it, because we had an hour head start here. Well, you're welcome again, and a very good Thursday morning to you guys if you're just joining in. If you didn't hear from before, my name is Mazima Peel.
And I am Tokwe Olowonion. Now, if you have to be on the move, guess what? You can stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv, and we're also on Facebook at TVC Connect. You can watch us live there as well.
We're still expecting your house hunting comments. Please send them in across all social media platforms. We are at TVC Connect, and you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. And if you're on the go, you know how to access us on mobile, don't you?
Yes. Now, our YouTube channel is also an alternative for you to play catch up with anything you might have missed. We move on to another form of art appreciation for the next 45 minutes. What do we have? Tell us.
Okay, so it's going to be in the shape of a book chat. Of course, MM has been studying.
Oh, like she has an exam.
You know, we'll be having Zainab Aderinwale on her book, Be the Best You Can Be.
Hallelujah. And then, of course, you know, there is no edition of Wake Up Nigeria without a music performance. We have Young Dada. We're going to be spotlighting his musical gifts in a live performance as he will be performing his song titled Feelings.
And of course, Bolaji Oguma is a Nollywood actress and film producer, by the way, who will be joining us for a chat later on the show. I'm very excited about that. And of course, I have Topper here who will be talking with her alongside myself. Yes, indeed. Second hour here. MM said something during social media. Did you hear her?
I wanted to attack her. She's lucky that we went on a break.
Something about hustle. Listen, they're planning you for social media, what you said. I'm sure they're going to cut that.
Please, you guys should come for her. Come for her.
Okay, you agents, please, I need your support.
So now you're agent.
My fellow Nigerians.
we know her second hustle. She's an agent.
She's an agent. Do you realize that whatever amounts that you're paying for your rent, you're paying 10% of that to the agent?
Exactly. The landlord actually remits a bit to them.
Yes, I understand that. But imagine Tokwe now, who's checked out like 5 different houses.
My dear,
10. 10. Right. And then she expects the agents to go on these house tours with her to all 10 houses without a little, thank you. Come on.
No,
now,
but do you know that they want money?
And then at the end of the day, you may not get he may not be the one to give it. You might get it from someone else.
You be the jury. You get on social media. Tell us what you think about agents and the fees that they're taking and those daily amounts that they collect from you. Let's just know how you feel. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC is the hashtag you need to use. Let's do fact finding and then some news for after. Welcome back. Second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, we always start with the news. Now, the Lagos State government has announced plans to once again shut the Third Mainland Bridge from midnight Friday to midnight on Saturday this weekend. According to a statement by the State Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladeyinde, the total closure of the bridge is to enable the contractors remove all the heavy equipment used during the rehabilitation process and allow the full reopening of the Oworoshoki and Adeniji-bound lanes to traffic. Dr. Oladeyinde also advised motorists coming from Ogudu, Alakpere and Bagada to use Ikorodu Road, Jibo and Yaba as alternative routes, while Iyana Oworoshoki bound traffic from Lagos Island, Ido, Oyingbo, Adekule and Yaba are enjoined to use Herbert Macaulay Way, Jibo and Ikorodu Road as alternative routes during the period. And bandits have once again killed 18 persons in some villages in Korfi local government area of the state. Now, the bandits attacked the residents in the late hours of Tuesday, shooting sporadically and setting houses ablaze. Although no official statement has been issued by the police or the state government, eyewitnesses' accounts indicate almost all of the bandits escaped unhurt after operating for many hours. Majority of those killed in the encounter were the youths who attempted to repel the attack by the bandits. The villages attacked include Chikawa, Madawa, Fadamgari, and Sudat. Investigations still are ongoing to determine what prompted the attack. Meanwhile, the police in Abia State says it has killed 4 attackers, arrested 8 persons, and recovered arms and ammunition from hoodlums who carried out an unprovoked attack on Abai police station. Aba in Osisiomagwa, LGA of Abia State in the early hours of Tuesday. Now, in a statement by Force Public Relations Officer Frank Mba, the hoodlums, about 200 persons armed with AK-47 rifles and machetes, invaded the station and set part of it ablaze, with the aid of petrol bombs and other explosives. As a result of the attack, 2 officers, an Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP Vincent Gonze, and Sergeant Emmanuel Koronkwo lost their lives. According to the statement, the Inspector General of Police commiserated with the families of the slain officers and warned that dire consequences await any person or group of persons who engages in an unwarranted attack on any public property. For this reason, the police chief has directed all command CPS to employ all legally permissible measures to protect lives and property. And Ghana has become the first country to receive coronavirus vaccines through the COVAX vaccine sharing initiative. This follows the delivery of 6,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine, which arrived in the capital city Accra yesterday. The COVAX scheme aims to reduce the divide between rich countries and poorer nations unable to buy doses. The program is planning to deliver about 2 billion vaccine doses globally by the end of the year. Ghana, which has a population of over 30 million, was chosen as the first recipient of the free vaccines after promising quick distribution. Vaccinations are expected to start in Ghana next week, with the first recipients due to be health workers, those above the age of 60, people with underlying health conditions, and senior officials will also be prioritized. The doses the doses being sent to lower-income countries such as Ghana are funded by donations, as well as procuring and delivering the vaccines. COVAX partners are supporting local authorities in areas such as training people to administer the jabs and helping provide an adequate cold chain storage and delivery system.
Yes, we all know there is no Wake Up Nigeria without a music performance. And this morning, we have Young Dada and his musical gifts. He is going to be performing his song titled Feelings. Hi, Young Dada. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm good today. I'm good.
So tell us about your song, Feelings.
Okay, it was actually a love song that I wrote for, like, someone, but it didn't really work out, so...
Sheesh, it didn't work out. Okay, you know what? It's quite early in the morning, so let's know what your feelings really are. Take us away.
Yeah, I'm actually...
Young Dada. Baby, come and vibe with me. Baby, come and vibe with me. Baby, come and ride with me. Baby, come and ride with me. Baby, come and flex with me. I could tell everybody, say I could die for you. Yeah, yeah. Baby, come and ride with me. Baby, come and ride with me. Baby, come and vibe with me. Baby, come and vibe with me. Baby, come and flex with me. I could tell everybody, say I could die for you. Yeah, yeah. We don't play games, we don't sex, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. We don't play games, we don't sex, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. We don't play games, we don't sex, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, come and ride with me. Baby, come close, come and take a shot with me. Baby, come close, come and give me your body. Your body where they make me the eye every morning and night. I'ma catch see your body bad. All the boys as they look back, see when you walk up past. Make me wanna die, make me wanna die. Just come close, see, make I no cry. Now so I go to verse 2. All these niggas and the babes, all of them try to fight you. Was the coolest kid in high school. Fit to fight for your love every day, and I try to. Based on treating mama right, make she call me Young Dada. Any rapper where I catch, I'ma see a monster. Give me 2 days and see I'm done with you. Give me 2 days and no be pick-a-boo. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Come and give me your love, yeah, yeah. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Come and give me your love, yeah, yeah. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Come and give me your love, yeah, yeah. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Come and give me your love, yeah. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Come and give me your love, sweet passage your love. Baby, come close, baby, come close. Oh, come and give me your love, yeah, yeah. We don't play games, we don't set, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. We don't play games, we don't set, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. We don't play games, we don't set, we don't write down, we don't flex. Baby, put your legs on me. Baby, put your legs on me. I know, 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 I know. Say, baby girl, you don't believe me, go, yeah. Young Dada.
Thank you very much, Young Dada, for that interesting performance. Now we're moving on to some form of arts appreciation in the shape of a book chat. And today we have Ambassador Zainab Aderinwale on her book, Be the Best You Can Be. And as they say, reading magnifies your soul. And today we are going to be reviewing her book, Being the Best You Can Be. Thank you so much, Zainab, for being here today.
Thank you so much.
That's sigh of relief. All right, great. This has been an interesting read so far, and it's actually opened up a lot of revelations, which I'm excited to discuss with you on. So first, you talked about self-development, the need for self-development in your book. Tell us more about it.
Okay. My name is Ambassador Zainab Aderinwale. Actually, I'm a final year student of Obafemi Awolowo University. The self-development journey started while I was in JSS1.
Okay.
Yeah, because during my childhood, I had a lot of challenges. So because I did not grow up with my parents, so I lived with my grandma. So all I could do then is work, to hawk, to do a lot of things at home. So concerning academic, I was actually very poor. So people make jest of me. People think we are not in the same category. So when I was back to my parents' house, I felt like, why do people read? So I keep asking myself, why do people read? Why do people go to school? I think that question really changed a lot of things in me, because I kept searching for answers to that question, that why do people read? Why do people actually go to school? So that was what started the self-development journey. So when I was able to get out why people read, why people go to school, I started developing myself. Okay. So at the age of 13 years, I started reading simple sentences on my own. I developed how through the journey by myself.
Interesting. So because you highlighted here also, I was also going to actually ask you a question regarding questions that people should ask themselves on this journey to self-development, but you already answered that. That's using you, sharing your own personal experience here. Now, here you also mentioned the ingredients for being the best version of yourself. You mind sharing some of that?
There's 10 powerful ways highlighted in the book to be the best you can be. The first one highlighted was the self-development, developing yourself. And developing yourself is a powerful way of it, which contains the believing in yourself is the most important aspect of it. Okay. Believe so much in yourself, even when nobody believes in you. But because you're the one seeing the big pictures of yourself, so you have to believe so much in yourself, even when everybody is blind. There was a time whereby I would say to people that I work in an educational sector. They'll feel like, are you kidding me? You can't even speak properly. You can't even write properly. Oh. So, but I keep on telling them that, don't worry, I'm going to work in an educational sector. Though I don't know if I'm going to be an author or a global speaker, but I knew that I'm going to work in that educational sector. So what helps me is just believing in myself. I believe so much in myself.
Yes.
So, and I was so determined. If I want to do anything, I'm just so focusing, irrespective of what comes to my way. I don't care. Where I'm going to is where I focus on, then I keep moving. So that's the one and powerful ways of achieving your
All right, fantastic. Now, you also mentioned about investing in yourself. Yes. I mean, you talked about, you know, they say that it's the same energy that you give out that you receive in return. And investing in others is not something that not so many of us would like to invest in others. Do you mind shedding more light on that?
Actually, it depends on passion.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe that when I get to my own self-actualization stage, is when I'm able to invest in a lot of youth. So when I'm able to invest, there's a minimum of 1 million youth. Okay. So if I'm able to invest in that, then I felt like I've gotten to my self-actualization stage. So that passion will make you stick to it, no matter the youth. You know, I realized that the journey of counseling and mentoring, because I mentor youth. So I realized that you have to just stick to their head before they can feel that this is just make them understand the reason. Don't force them. Yeah, you don't try to force people to do something, but make them see reason why they need to do it. Then, so you can be able to invest, and results will show in them.
Yeah, in chapter 3 of your book, you talked about self-esteem.
Yes,
which is a very important element that an individual needs to have. Exactly. Yes, and you also mentioned here about making yourself a priority. How do you do this without seeming selfish?
Yeah, you're actually right, because everybody have an ego. And the more we move in life, the more that ego keep developing. But what brings you down is just when you look back and say, who are you? Yeah, especially when people start hyping you, compensating you. They are telling you a lot of things. At times when I saw some people post on Facebook, I go to their inbox, say, wow, I love that post. Like, so happy that, wow, but they doesn't inbox me. She chatted with me. We might be a friend for a very long time in Facebook, but we might not have chatted before on something like that. But I feel that, wow, they kind of feel good. Then I'll come and I feel like we are the same thing. Just let them realize, no, you have to I keep asking myself on a daily basis who I am. So when you know who you are, nobody would lost you on the way. Because when you don't know who you are, people are ready to lost you. Because they are going to tell you even what you are not even up to. But you have to come back to your senses. No, this is not you.
A lot of young people need to take a cue on that one. Now, controlling your emotions is one major issue that a lot of us have. I have issues with. Yes, I do. It's a major challenge for me, controlling my emotions. And you talked about here, you highlighted here, please, on some points that on things to do when someone or something makes you angry.
Yes.
So you'd like to highlight on some of those points.
Exactly. So when it comes to emotion, it's a very powerful thing.
Yes,
because I myself, I'm a typical example of chats. So I'm someone that is so emotionally down. When I'm hungry, it goes to the that I cry before I relieve myself. So when I don't cry, I felt like crying makes me feel relieved. So there was a day I was in school. So something happened between my neighbor. I have to call my dad, reporting to my dad, and I was crying. But I felt like, how old are you? I was just like, so then, because people were insulting me, abusing me, it gets to one of my lecturer, Dr. Etsuji, in school, she told me, you are emotionally unintelligent.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That must have really hurt you.
Oh. I was shocked that what could have taken her to that extent. So when I go to and I sat down, what can I do about it?
Thank you so much, Zainab. I really wish we could, we had all the time to listen to these interesting stories. Exactly. I mean, in this book, you shared so many interesting experiences, and it's quite insightful. So thank you so much for sharing a part of you with us in your book. And I think young people should look out for this book here. Be the best you can be. 10 powerful ways to achieve your purpose and live a fulfilled life.
It's also available on Amazon.
Yes, we are also. Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Thank you so much. Right now, we have to go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
And you are welcome. It's our final guest in here with us. We are finally joined by Bolaji Oguma, who is a Nollywood actress, a very beautiful Nollywood actress, also a film producer. Normally, I would be the one who's excited about having a guest here from Nollywood, but listen, the two of them have just been going on, and it's like as if their sisters high-fiving and everything. I'm like,
No, it is a good feeling.
I feel like the
your
guest.
friend
I feel like
on
the guest.
show, and then when you've seen someone's journey, you've seen someone's work, and then you're not interviewing the person. So I have to act like I have like all the home training.
Okay.
But guys, I have like a disclaimer. Bolaji is not okay. It's okay. I said I won't say it in public.
Please.
I'm helping you. How
Please.
are you?
I'm fine.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
My colleague was just drooling
No.
over your beauty. He does it every time. So.
No,
Every time anybody comes
Yes,
here.
No, that's
yes.
not true.
So it's
you
not
are
that.
special. You are just so ordinarily beautiful. You
Thank
need no
you.
makeup. Your spouse use of makeup is so elegant. I love it.
Wow.
Okay.
See, do you know you can just crown this? Just give her iPhone 13.
It's so good
But
to
it's
have
good
you
to have
here.
you here.
Thank you.
I want us to quickly start with the Ogumola company. That I know not many actresses start their own production company.
Yeah.
Now, juggling your work as an actor and a producer, what inspired you to start producing?
Funny enough, I've always wanted to produce.
Oh, okay.
You know, starting out, I knew that I wanted to tell the stories that I am passionate about.
Okay.
And I like to manage things. And I mean, I studied business management in school, and I knew that I wanted to do something about, you know, be at the back of the camera, you know, just to manage and do things and just create stories that can affect me, you, and everybody watching. And I'm passionate about them. You know, I'm passionate about how, you know, I can take a story, flip it around, and it becomes a phenomenon that people see. It's just mind-blowing for me. So I knew I wanted to do that, and I've been saying it for the longest time.
Okay.
So fast forward 2019, I was supposed to be on a very popular show, and they told me off because apparently, you know, some people say I was black. Yeah, I was dark-skinned, and they needed a light-skinned person to be on the show. It was supposed to be running for a year. And now I was hearing that afterwards, and it was like the lowest moment of my career, and I was thinking, where do I go from here? What do I do? And Adenike Adebayo, who is my very good friend, said, write a story. Let's talk. Let's write. I did have 1 naira to produce Reach, which was, it's on Iroko TV. Please check it out if you can. And I started writing. Now, I did have 1 naira, but I had a good story. And I said, you know what? We'll make this work. We'll make it happen. And from one person to another, somebody helped with this, somebody helped with that, and Reach made me a producer. And for me, it was mind-blowing because at that point, at the lowest point of my life and my career, I became a film producer.
It's funny that you would call that the lowest point of your career.
Yeah.
Because I remember 2019, I kind of like remember the project you're talking about. But I remember at that point, I was still seeing you as someone who, at that point, would say you were fast rising.
Already
because she's no
there.
more fast rising.
Exactly.
You're doing pretty well.
Thank you.
And Reach was really beautiful. I remember reaching out to you when I watched Reach. It was really an interesting thing. But I have a question about Reach.
Okay.
Now, was that a personal story? Or did you just create it? Don't lie.
No, I will not lie. It was part of my story.
Okay.
What was it about?
Okay.
You have to go and watch it.
No, just a little.
You should watch it.
Just small, like a.
Well, it's about a photographer that
Yes.
is this working class girl.
And she was so stressful, and she used to listen to inspiring someone who inspired in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, so this guy called, I'm not giving you everything, Sha.
So you have to go and watch it.
Go and watch it,
Okay, I promise I'm going to see it. But you
Okay.
also touched on something which I wanted to ask
Yeah.
about. You touched on the matter of colorism
Yes.
in the
Yes.
entertainment
Yeah.
industry.
Yes.
Not just that, I also hear that there's plenty of sexism as well, and
Yeah.
harassment and all of that. How has that impacted any of the work that you're putting out, or even you personally, especially that aspect, colorism?
Yes, because I would like to talk about that because that's personal to me.
Yeah.
Now, before I knew that was the reason why I was
Not
booted
taking-
off the show, I felt like this. I'm a Nigerian and black woman. Why
You're a
would you?
beautiful black woman.
Beautiful black woman. Thank you.
Tell
Why would
Yep.
tell them? And why would you say that someone is not fit to play their race or their the story or their color? Or the story is about it's a Nigerian story, and you say because I am dark skinned, you will not give me the project. It made me start to rethink a lot of things. And there was this quote I saw one time that says that a lot of black dark-skinned girls don't go as far as light-skinned girls.
Yeah.
Now, I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah.
So I have decided I'll make it a point of now, no disrespect to light-skinned girls, natural light-skinned girls. You guys are beautiful. But, you know, it's time to show some love to the dark girls.
Yeah.
Because you tell us that we don't look good on camera. You tell us the light is too, we have to put too much light on us.
you,
It's something that it bothers me a lot. Because I'm never going to be light-skinned. It's not going to
Well,
happen.
you could.
No,
if you
I would never do that.
Yeah, no, but let's talk about you away from work. Now,
Yeah.
if anyone who follows you on social media would see how you're moving from set to set. I remember we were tried to hang out so many times. It was as
Yeah, you
bad
guys
as she was in
talked about
Enugu State.
Yeah.
So I come to Enugu State. I'm like, yo, I'm in Enugu. She's like, I'm in Abuja.
I'm in
And I'm
Abuja,
like,
yeah.
you were just in Enugu yesterday. So how do you manage your personal life? How do you manage relationships, family? How do you juggle
To
everything
be
together?
honest, I don't have a life. Sadly, I will not lie to you. It is hard. It is very hard because you are constantly moving. You're constantly... I can't remember the last time I just hung out with my friend. It's so hard. And sometimes I miss it, but I understand that this is my, like my friend would say, my investment stage.
I heard you guys talking about that when you came in. You guys talking about how you miss each other each time, but the connection between the two of you is amazing. You guys should see it. It's explosive. They're comporting themselves right now. But tell you what we're gonna do. Let's take a look at one of your work. Let's see what that's about, and then we'll come back to have some more discussion.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do this. I do this often, I'm sure, Tokwe. I'm sorry. I always throw you in with the guests when I ask a question, especially when we have someone from Nollywood. Because you're an actor yourself. How long does it take you to prepare for such a role that is so distant from your natural self?
Usually, it takes quite a number of, quite a lot of time, you know. But this took a number of days to, Rafia Telonora was like a number of days. Like the producer director of the other series just literally threw me in. I said, see, I have a story. This is it. I kind of felt like she had somebody for it before. Then she was like,
we all have those
you know what? Bolaji will do it. So she just threw me in 4 days before production, and I struggled. I won't even lie because I was not prepared.
But good thing we didn't see the struggle.
I'm really
and
grateful.
it's really something I think everyone
How do
should
you
know.
manage? Do you have like a person in mind that you have to model after when you have to change these characters?
No, I don't. Why are you interviewing me?
I don't know, because you are both actors.
Yeah, but
She's a very good actor, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Very good.
But it's about you, don't worry. Okay, can you do something for us? Do you have something special, like a character that she should do? Yes.
Okay, let's see.
You have to pay.
I don't.
If you're not paying,
No, you're
like
owing
money
me.
too
You're
much,
owing me for.
Bolaji.
What would I be a businesswoman? Oh, I don't understand.
Give her something. Give her
Just
something.
entertain us. Let's see you play.
Don't.
Oh, you see what? I really like a character from Reach.
Okay.
Oh, no, let's not do Reach.
Okay.
Let's have you play a. Let's see now. So
You
many
see?
characters in my head. I'm trying to say something she's not done.
Let's have you play.
Mother-in-law,
Aha,
yes,
good.
yes. Oh, you have played the daughter-in-law, so
play
let's
a
have
mother-in-law.
you play mother-in-law.
Who doesn't like?
Yes,
I don't like.
me.
No, okay. So
Yes.
Tokwe has to do it with me.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so start.
So this is your son.
Yes.
And you brought your-
Mama, Ekaro. This is Tokwe. I just wanted you to meet her, and you know.
Ilu wo lo ti wa?
Sorry, I don't speak
No, she
Yoruba.
doesn't speak Yoruba. well.
Hey, o gbele wale láti wá fẹ́. Ilu wo lo ti wa? Where do you come from?
But I just got back from the UK.
Yeah, she
Eléyìí ò
just
ṣe
got back
ìyàwó sanwó náà ni.
Mama?
Mo ti sọ fún ẹ má mú wálé mọ́, jẹ́ kó máa lọ.
Sorry, she said she likes you very much.
Mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó má jókòó sórí iṣẹ́ àmì kó máa lọ.
She said we should go to the.
Ibo lẹ fẹ́ lọ? Tó bá dìde ń bẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n máa
She
mú ẹ.
said.
Well, so I've heard so much about you. I was thinking that we could go out to see the movies. I have this couple of films showing in cinemas.
Mo like àmàlà, so bá mi lọ sí wa.
What's that?
Yeah, go and make a mala, but you can make her some spaghetti.
Oh, but I
first.
don't cook.
Ó dà pé méjì máa kúrò lé mi bọ̀, right?
But why? Why do we always have to? Why do our mother-in-laws have to be like this?
I mean, this is it's cliche. Not all
Yes.
mother-in-laws are
I like
nasty.
this. Yeah.
No.
Some mother-in-laws are very nice.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
that's a
very-
high point of her film, Reach, that you should see.
Okay.
Because the mother-in-law was a disaster.
I'm
Like,
telling
I
you.
felt so bad. They didn't even give her an opportunity to try. Yeah, and then Rafia Telonora is also showing on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have another
Episode?
episode on Friday.
So every
4
Friday
p.m.
is
by
4
4 p.m.
p.m.
rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good to have you here.
you.
But before we let you go, so I mean, you know, there's some brothers out there that have been seeing you. They're like, it's Bolaji, but we don't know. What should we do? What should we do? So should they slide in the DM? Is the DM open?
It's your own risk, man.
It's
It's your risk. If you want to slide, please.
So are we ready to date? It's 2020. It's a new year. We're in February.
Talk about what's going on with you.
I'm
too.
helping you find out.
I don't understand.
Don't worry, she's working on it. I'm helping out.
Really?
Yeah.
Madina is on a mission
to hook her up, eh?
Yeah, well, sort of.
I think focus.
On me?
Yes.
I'm good.
All right, so slide in her,
Yes.
her DMs. And she's very available. She said it already. But I hope you came hungry.
Yes.
No home training. No, oh no, I'm okay.
Oh, Mama, just obey. But don't
You should take it.
There's food.
Come with me to the kitchen. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this way.
Wow. Tokwe, did you prepare this?
Why will I prepare it? We have a chef.
Hi.
Able and capable.
Thank
You are
you.
such a
Thank
delight.
you.
This is Chef
So
Mo.
sit here.
And
My name is Bolaji.
Okay, so let's have you sit.
Corona.
yes, yeah. And this morning she's made seafood pasta.
Okay.
I hope you like seafood.
I do.
All right,
actually.
great. All right, so Chef Mo, quickly tell us how you put this together. And Bolaji, we're tasting in a bit.
A bit?
Yes.
Not the whole plate. Okay, sorry.
I was just kidding.
You taste a bit of egg. After we go off, you eat.
So Chef Mo, quickly, please.
Okay, so I bought my pasta.
Okay.
And after dicing my pepper, my bell peppers, I stir-fried them with my crabs and prawns. And then I added them together and a little bit of brownie, oyster sauce, and
Brownie.
yeah.
Spaghetti.
It's just for the coloring.
Taste it.
For
And
coloring.
we are very keen on
Okay,
how
yeah, want to
it
know.
tastes. Yeah.
So you give a rating from 1 to
Yes.
10.
Okay.
How do you rate the food?
Okay. I can't have the whole thing.
No, you sure can have everything. Just kidding. I don't want the whole pot self. We'll give it to you.
Very nice. Please. It's actually very nice. Over what?
Over 10.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8.
Or 8.5. It's really good.
8.5.
Just that it's cold.
Oh, sorry.
But, okay, 10 if I can carry the plate. if I can carry the plate, 10.
You can eat the meal right after the show. It's fine. You can continue.
It's
Thank
really
you so
nice.
much for coming.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
Doctor.
much for
Yeah,
your
thank you,
debut on the show. Mazino,
Huh?
anything wise for the day?
Nothing but just to remind everybody out there who's prospecting that Bolaji is a very beautiful person in person, actually. So if I wasn't married myself.
Hi!
Is married?
Mazino, Auntie? Hey, yeah, sorry. Well, thank you so much, Bolaji. Thank you so much, Chef Kenny. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show today. Remember, tomorrow is Friday. And Emma, what happens on Friday?
It's game day.
Okay, so we're going to be back here.
I
Yes.
can't reach the pitch, but it's fine.
Yeah, so we're going to be back 7 a.m. tomorrow to 8:45. We love you guys. Your view is next.
Have a beautiful day. Bye.